Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Focus Lighting and Fixtures Ltd Q3 and 9-month FY'24 results conference call hosted by Kirin Advisors. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Chandni Chandni from Kirin Advisors. Thank you and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. On the behalf of Kirin Advisors, I welcome you all to the conference call of Focus Lighting and Fixtures Ltd. From management side, we have Mr. Amit Sheth, Managing Director, Mr. Tarun Uddeshi, CFO. Now, I hand over the call to Mr. Amit Sheth. Over to you, sir.
Very good afternoon to all the investors who have joined this call. And I hope you guys have all got the results. But just to brief, we have done 57 crores for this quarter with an average PAT of 9.6 crores. This is this quarter as compared to last year. It was 61 crore odd and PAT was 10.6 odd crores. This time, instead of just going on the question and answers immediately, what we will do is, because there's a lot of happening in our company. So I would like to divide it, if everybody is okay. I like to divide it into two halves, wherein we will just brief you first what we are doing, where we are heading to, each segment wise, which will give a lot of clarity. That can be first half. And second half, there can be a question and answer. Or we can immediately start with question and answer, whatever everybody is comfortable with. Kirin Advisors, if you guys can advise, if we can go first, I just brief on vertical wise and explain what is going on and then go on question and answer. Is that fine? Or investors will prefer to have question and answers?
Sir, it would be preferable if you give the brief first.
It is okay if I give the brief first. Okay. Thank you very much. So guys, I'll start segment wise without wasting any time because we have a very short duration. And what we are doing segment wise and how we are growing in those segments, I think everybody is interested in knowing that. So I start with retail, which is our core, which is our strength. And retail India was slow first 9 months, but at the same time we had some exciting exposure in retail in Middle East and in Europe. Also, so I'll first go with that. Till Middle East is concerned, we were mainly working with two brands, Centerpoint for large volumes, Centerpoint, which is a landmark group, and Splash, which is also a landmark group. We have tied up with two more brands there, which is equal size, which will exactly help us in doubling the turnover, which is Home Center and Home Box. They have just given the approval and they have started working with us. We have first time in our history, an Italian company called Schweizer. They have tied up with us exclusively and we are now going to be OEM with them. We have signed an exclusive contract where we will manufacture it in India and supply it to them worldwide. Schweizer, just for information, is one of the largest executors for retail industry for hypermarket and supermarkets in Europe. They have businesses also in US, Canada, Middle East. The first, out of which the first order is somewhere around 1.8 crores, which we have already received and which is on the way under this contract. So this is first time it will be, we'll be OEM to them, to Schweizer Group. On the margin side, in spite of we being OEM, we are still maintaining our gross margin of somewhere around 40 to 45% with Schweizer. One more thing on the retail side, we have a very exciting technology that has come in, wherein it will help retailers to save somewhere around 30 to 40% on OPEX, that is on the running cost. And we have already started showing them, giving them demos, and we have got very, very exciting response from them. We are further improving the technology to an extent where we will be able to save on OPEX by 50%. This will not only help retailers, but it will also help focus to improve their margins, because this is a patented technology where we have invested very heavily and where we are introducing it for the retailers, not only in India, worldwide, especially in Middle East and in Europe and European market. And Pfizer will play a very, very important role in this because they have very large volume. Annual buying of Pfizer is somewhere around 2.5 million of lights from the manufacturers, and we expect at least for the first year to get 1 million to 1.5 million business from Pfizer. This is a retail part of what we are doing. On the home part, we have already executed Bangalore Experience Center. We are starting with Hyderabad Experience Center. We are opening one more experience center at Lower Parel, which is the largest, biggest one, which is 4,500 square feet. We have bought the space outright. We'll be shifting our office also to Lower Parel in Naman Midtown, and that will be a center hub for India, where from all over the country people will come and look at the technologies what we are selling there. One more exciting thing is we are opening an experience center also in Middle East with a company called BMTC. I'll come to BMTC later on because BMTC is just not working with us for retail. BMTC is also working on very large infrastructure projects with us. We are opening Hyderabad, we are opening Bangalore, we are opening Bombay, we are opening Dubai. These are the 4 in pipeline. We are also looking for aggressively, we are looking at Delhi also, Delhi and Pune. Home is rapidly growing. Home is, next year we see that it will be almost 50 to 60% of the retail business what we are doing, and that is one of the reasons why we are investing very heavily on home sector. Third sector, infra and outdoor, I'll mix this two because both are interconnected. We did Surat Fort. We had given this information last year that we were bidding for Surat Fort and we got the order for Surat Fort. Because of Surat Fort, now we have the eligibility to work on large projects with government, especially in Gujarat and Maharashtra. Gujarat has got 600 crores of projects only in travel and only in tourism vertical, wherein we are bidding for those projects. We are expected at least to get somewhere around 60 to 80 crore of business this year only from Gujarat government. These are expectations because we are eligible for the same. And this is very, very exciting for us. This will be mainly 3D projection mapping and outdoor lights. Till outdoor lights are concerned, we are working on development in-house. We were trading till date. We are working with some European companies and we were trading here. But last year we invested heavily. It is first time in the history of Focus. What we have done is we have taken worldwide exclusivity with the technology company who has designed and developed this technology, which is a very unique one. They also applied for the patent and we are taking worldwide patent on this technology. And we have signed an agreement between ODU, which is an Australian company, and Focus Lighting, wherein ODU will only supply to Focus and not to any other company around the world. That is an exclusive agreement. The reason for this exclusivity is that because the technology is so unique, this will be very, very disruptive for outdoor industry. And this technology is not available today in Europe, US, or anywhere in the world. So that is the reason we have gone ahead and taken exclusivity, because we see an exponential growth once we come out with the product for this. Now the question arises is when we are coming out with the product. So we have already started designing on the product. We are expected in a year's time we will be completing the outdoor profile. completely, and we will be introducing it to the industry. That is what is happening in outdoor and infra. One more thing, we are the only Indian company. We've got two large projects right now. One is local, that is from Tata Projects, which we have been already awarded. We are not sure whether it will be done in this quarter or it will go to next quarter, but we've got the purchase order. We are very proud to inform you guys also that we got Guwahati Airport. It was given to Focus from Adani Group. So that is one more development happened. I'm also very proud to inform that we are the only company to be bidding, only Indian company to be bidding for Mumbai Airport. It's the only local company who is bidding. There are three companies approved. Two are European brands and one is a local Indian brand, which is Focus Lighting. And the values are very high. Somewhere the estimated value of total Bombay Airport project will be coming to 40 to 60 crores, somewhere between that. That is phase one. There are four phases. It will be going phase-wise. The first phase, they want to execute it by August because they want to open the runway and they want to start with the first phase. So this will certainly come in next year. This is what we are doing in outdoor. I completed retail, outdoor, railways. Railways, we were waiting for approvals. We finally got approval for 3 products. All put together 7 products. We have got the approval. So now railways is becoming aggressive. We have also got an approval for a product which was specially designed for Vande Bharat reading lights, where they were facing a lot of issues. And we've designed with a German designer called 2D 3D Haudamiya, and they love the technology we have given them. It has gone on the testing purpose. Once the testing is done, then the business will start for Vande Bharat. Today, we are talking about some 700 Vande Bharat over a period of 2 to 3 years time, which government wants to come out with. So that can be one single segment where we'll be getting large orders once the approval process is done. So this is about railways. Railways also, we have got approval for the regular product line, and by April, May, June, we will have approval for most of the products with railways. So now we will be able to get large volumes for railways. This is the third segment. Last but not the least, trade. We were never a trade company. I've always maintained that we are a project company and we don't have anything in our DNA to do trade. But since trade is a very large volume, typically your companies like the lifts, Discar, Tables, what they do. And we were seriously thinking how we can disrupt the industry and what we can bring something on the table where we can have, with our limitations, with our very small amount of network, how we can still capture the market here. So we have identified one company, and that company we consider as Apple of trade. They have a lot of disruptive and excellent technology, which we were amazed to see the amount of thought process in product design technology which has gone into each segment and how far they can compete. We are seriously discussing with them. I'm not able to say that how things are going forward, but if all goes well, fine, then we will be acquiring those companies and we will be into trade business also. So this are overall 4 verticals which we've been focusing on, and I will now take question and answers from each individual.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handset while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. First question is from the line of Parikshit Kabra from Fixtures Advisors LLP. Please proceed.
Hi. Thank you for the opportunity. So I just wanted to understand first, you mentioned that Pfizer was a 1.5 million business that is possible in the first year. When you said that, was it in terms of dollars? Was it in terms of number of lights? And if it is in terms of number of lights, then can you give it a dollar value?
Yeah. So what I meant was, their total purchase currently, they were working with some manufacturer who was an OEM to Pfizer, and their total purchase is somewhere around 2.5 million USD. Sorry, my bad. I didn't mention USD, euros, or Indian rupees. It is in USD. Okay. And this is an estimation what they have given. And today the contract is over, and they have appointed us as their OEM. So what we are expecting, it always takes some time where you can reach the 100% value. So that is the whole idea why we said that will be somewhere between 1 million to 1.5 million for the first year, and that is in USD.
Got it. And when we say year, are we talking about this financial year, next financial year, calendar year?
The contract is just signed, so it will be next financial. But we have already executed out of that. So this is an estimation what they have given us. But to back it up, they have already given us the first single order for the single store, where the single store is tuning to somewhere around 1.6 to 1.8 crores Indian rupees.
Got it. Next, I just wanted to understand, is it possible for you to share the revenue split between these four verticals, retail, home, infra, and for this quarter?
That we will share it later on. No, if that is all right with you.
That's fine.
Yeah, we'll send it by email to you guys.
Okay. It is already there in the investor presentation. We already shared it.
It is already there in the investor presentation, and honestly, I don't have the numbers
that's fine.
In my mind.
I'm not clear in the investor presentation. Maybe I missed it, but please do send it over email. The same confusion happened last time as well, but that's fine. And lastly, you said that Gujarat also you're expecting 60 to 80 crores worth of business. Again, this is for next financial year?
Yes, Surat Fort has just completed from our side. We have to give them a completion certificate. So now we are eligible to bid for. See, till last year, Focus was not eligible to bid for large projects, infra projects with government, because government you need eligibility. The eligibility comes in terms of experience, turnovers, company turnovers, and single order turnovers. So all this has been done thanks to Surat Fort what we executed. And because we are working very closely, we've been meeting them, and they have total 600 crores for this year in pipeline, and we are expecting that at least we'll get somewhere around 60 to 80 crores.
Got it. So between this Mumbai airport, Guwahati airport, next financial year for infra vertical should be quite a big jump. Would that be a fair assessment, or would maybe not all of it would happen next year?
You are absolutely right, and our focus is on infra. So even what we are doing it for Gujarat government, that also comes in infra. Okay. So infra, you know what is the growth in our country. And there are only 16 airports which Adani has. Okay. They have come out with 2 airports, and both the airports we are the front runner. We've got one other already. We've been awarded. Bombay is a big chunk. It will be going on for coming 2 to 3 years time, because it is done in phase wise, and it's one of the largest value the industry will see. Okay. The first phase is still somewhere between 40 to 60 crores. Okay. So there are 4 phases of Bombay Airport, so you can understand what the value we are talking about. First phase will be executed in next financial year, because we want to open the runway. Yeah. And we are the only Indian company. So infra, yes, it is going to grow. Infra in terms of metros, in terms of bullet train stations, in terms of airports, in terms of township, urban areas, garden parks, city projection mapping. So those are the areas. So we are just not focusing on only on airports and railway stations. What we are focusing on development of urban areas. So for example, we are now doing a development for smart poles. Okay, where government get a lot of information. Okay, if somebody is breaking the law in terms of overspeeding, in terms of lane cutting, if there is an accident, real-time information to the government. So those are the areas where we are working smart cities. Like it's a pet project of PM Modi. And in smart cities, you need this type of smart poles where you get real-time information of traffic, and all this information comes to light to the poles, light poles where all this information, there are cameras, there are sensors, which gives all this information to the government real time. So this is an area where we are working, but those areas, yeah, it's probably smart poles and all we are developing it will take another 1.5 year, and then we will be pitching for it. But currently what we are doing is more on facade and landscape.
Got it. And on the railways, with no part of the management, the process with the railway approval was taking its own sweet time. But this time around, it seems like it's a lot more in control. Are we expecting, are we a lot more confident that next year our railway business will just now,
Yeah, now we have got approvals and they are really looking at us as a serious player. See, railway, of course, the procedure is very lengthy, very complex. And also, our interest was that we don't bid into the product where it is a price war. We are not a company to bid for a price war. And the volumes are very large with railways. Our intention was that we introduce certain technologies in railways, which will take a little more time than expected. But if they approve those technologies, then we have a sort of monopoly with them for a few years. For example, Vande Bharat, the company who designed Vande Bharat is the only single player today in the industry who is supplying it because no company has it. But otherwise, if you see in railway, like other old trains, there are 16 players or 20 players who are supplying the same, like everybody's fighting on the price. Price, approval and all those things. So that's where we come in. So our whole intention was, and this was the first project where we said that, okay, we will design, we will develop, we will incur cost because railway is not doing this. We will take all the risk.
But there was a two-level approval, right? One where we can only bid for 10% or 15% of the bid value, and then there is, if we get fully approved, then it's 100%. So are we now in the fully approved list?
So currently for the regular products, out of 7 to 9 products we have got fully approved. So now we can bid for 80%. Not 20% was for development vendors and 80% for also approved vendors. But when you are developing exclusively something for railway, then this norm does not come into picture. You are supplying 100%.
Got it. Understood. All right, I'll come back in the queue. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Rahul Arukandatil from Vista Investments. Please go ahead.
It's okay, sir. My questions have been all.
Thank you. Before we move to the next question, a reminder to the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1. Next question is from the line of Yashwanti from Cogent Finvest. Please proceed.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the opportunity. Just want to understand what would be the size of our airport contract in terms of the financials?
I already gave the value. Guwahati is a smaller airport where our value was somewhere around 8.6 or 8.8 crores. Bombay airport, the first phase value is somewhere between 40 to 60 crores. Why I'm giving you two figures somewhere between 40 to 60 crores is because we are still in a bidding process. We have, so once everything is finalized, technical, everything is approved, quantities are approved, then the final figure will come. But today the estimated figure is somewhere between 40 to 60 crores.
Okay, and that could be an upward rise.
It's phase 1. Bombay Airport, what we are bidding today is phase 1. There are 4 phases in Bombay Airport. So if you multiply, probably not all the phases will be so big, but somewhere we are expecting that the overall lighting project will be somewhere around 150 odd crores.
Okay.
If you take very pessimistic figures. Yeah.
Okay. The same thing I also wanted to understand in case of the railway. So now we are approved supplier for few of the things. We are also bidding for this Vande Bharat trains and all. So over a period of 2 to 3 years, what kind of opportunity you see in terms of numbers on the railway side?
See, railway, the only hiccup is that the processes are very, very complex and time taking. Okay. Once we are approved, we see that at least it will contribute to not, if not anything more, but 20 to 35% of the value of focus in coming 1.5-2 years time. Yeah.
Okay. So, initially we used to supply the Middle East. So, have we expanding our presence in some more regions in the overseas market?
So Middle East, thank you for asking this question. I had missed out on this. Middle East, we have tied up with a company called BMTC. BMTC is one of the largest group. They are not only into lighting, but a lot of other services. And lighting is one of the important verticals of BMTC. BMTC does large infrastructure projects. They have taken a very valuable order for Saudi airport, which is running into I think it is $9 million USD or something like that. And we are the first Indian company where they wanted to tie up with us. They are opening an experience center in Dubai, for which I'm going to on Sunday and finalizing that. So they are going to invest, we are not investing. And they are also opening an experience center for focus in Saudi, because Saudi, the infrastructure growth is phenomenal. It's like coming 10 years, it is India and Saudi IT where the real growth is coming from. And it's like I consider this as a right thing at the right time. The major chunk of retail business was coming from Saudi to us. And with the help of BMTC, not only retail in Saudi, because there are a lot of local players in retail where we were not able to service. Now, because of BMTC has got their own office and experience center, we'll be able to service them. Not only that, but because we are becoming very strong in outdoor lighting, we have already introduced one set of outdoor lights, and we have got a fabulous response. And after looking at, we participated in Dubai exhibition, Light Middle East, and that's why BMTC said that we need to work with you guys, and we are amazed to see the technology what you guys have. And with the infrastructure growth in Middle East, especially in Saudi, I think, and we doing the development in outdoor, okay, with the technology what we are proposing, we should get a sort of monopoly. And with their connections, like their connections are, they're one of the largest groups in Middle East.
Okay, that is really great, sir, and congratulations for
it's a very big. We are very excited how things will shape up with the support of BMTC.
Okay. So, and you said that you are also selling a few chunk of rupees and developing more of your expense centers in various parts of the country. So, what is your plan, capex on this, and when they would be operational?
Sorry, you are talking about retail?
Yeah, the expense center which you are talking about, that you are planning to open few expense centers in India.
So, Bangalore, we are opening it this month. By end of the month, we will open it. Lower Parel, we have just bought the property. It is an outright, it is not on rent. To reduce the cost, what we are doing is, we are working very smartly in this industry. To reduce the cost, what we are doing is like, when a designer comes, architect or interior designer comes, normally he is not just looking for lighting. Whether he's building up an office or whether he's building up a home, there are a lot of other services required. Automation is required, windows are required, a lot of things are required. So what we have done is we have tied up with two other brands. Okay, they are not competitors to us, but they complement it. So one is an automation company. Okay. And one is a window company. So wherever there is an office space or a home space, you need windows and you need automation for high-end lighting. So they are complementing each other and they are reducing our cost. And this is a tie-up which we are taking it to all the places in India. So Hyderabad also we have the partnership with them. Lakshmi, when we opened, we have partnership only with Windows. So we were setting the cost because those were all lease agreements. And our cost goes down. And even they share the cost on capex. So whatever the design cost, interior cost, what we incur, Okay, they share the cost with us. So our cost is reduced by 40 to 50%. Balance is being borne by them, by two companies.
Okay.
And average cost to give you a ballpark figure, average cost comes to crore and a half, depending on the size of the what we are identifying and we are doing it. But it is not affecting our balance sheet purely because we have two more partners. And biggest advantage what we get is everybody has got certain wavelength and connections in the industry. We are comfortable with 10 architects. They are comfortable with another 10 architects. But when they come in, okay, they introduce each other.
Right.
So just to give you an example, we were, this window guys, they were working with a company called Garnet. They have been 600 hospitality projects in India. We don't know them. They introduced us. And with their help, we did the first execution for Reliance hospitality business in Jamnagar.
Okay.
Okay, it was a high value, very profitable for us. We had almost a gross margin of 70 to 80% on our on that project. Yeah, but this is how the synergy works, and this is where the collaboration works.
Yes.
And it's a win-win for all three companies.
Yes. Very true. Very true. And great strategy. And so what is your plan spend on the marketing and the branding of the product for probably for the FY'24 or probably for the next 2 years? You might have some figures.
Mainly, we don't need marketing when we are working B2B, and we are a B2B company till date. Okay. There is a set of architects and interior designers where we send them regularly updates. We invite them for a cocktail and dinner parties every fortnight, or we do on a regular basis. And idea why we are opening so many experience centers, we wanted to test waters first in home segment, whether we can build a brand in home segment, whether companies will appreciate the technology what we have, individuals will appreciate it. And once we got that confidence, now we are going very aggressively this year, opening 4 to 5 experience centers. We will become the largest players in home segment.
Okay.
Yeah. Today we are doing who's and who's homes in this country. And they are of high value. They are not low value. We don't do a ticket size of 5 lakhs and 10 lakhs. Our average size is somewhere between 15 lakhs to 1 crore.
Okay.
That's an average size what we are doing. Okay. Now if you do 100 homes, okay, with the type of infrastructure what they are looking, that itself comes to somewhere around 40-50 crore rupee business. It's just 100 homes. Okay. It is not a task. So we are looking on those ways, and that is the reason we have been investing very heavily. In terms of marketing, we are going very aggressively on social media. We have appointed a professional agency, and we are going ahead with them, and we've just started with social media marketing. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, those are the platforms where we are doing it. We are also doing a lot of podcasts for laymen to understand what are the do's and don'ts. So yeah, we are working very hard on that. There is a separate team who is working hard on that.
Okay. So, what is your experience in participating in exhibitions like AC Channel?
It's a brand building exercise. I would not say that it turns out to the revenue immediately. No exhibition gives revenue overnight. Okay, but exhibitions are brand building, and you get profit over a period of time. Your presence, your technology should be shown to companies and individuals. Okay, and the best medium is exhibitions. Like Middle East, we participated after 4 years, and we tied up with BNTC. They got confidence with us. ASEC when we did in India, okay, we had gone all out doing ASEC. We had invited some 60 designers on company's cost to come and stay here and to experience what we are doing. We had a gala evening with them. Okay, the whole idea was that we formed that wavelength. We have, it's a PR activity, honestly. Yeah. And it gives trust. The whole business is on trust and confidence. If this company can do it, if we give them a job, they will execute it in a fine way, nicer way. We will get service from them, and that is what we are trying to do. So exhibitions are to make it easy. Exhibitions are very, very important for us, and we won't be doing exhibitions every year. We'll be doing alternate years because we are not traders. We manufacture, we design, we develop technology. So every 2 years we have something in a large, we're able to show some new technology. It's not possible that every year we'll be coming out with some new technology. It takes some time. So next year again we'll be participating.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
and one more question I just wanted to understand is, how much time normally it takes for a company to develop any new innovative product? This is one. And how can you just elaborate on your launches which has been done in last 9 months?
How much time it takes for a company to develop a product? It purely depends from where we are starting. If we are starting from scratch, okay, from developing from optics to a complete product, it might take 1.5 years time, or sometimes even 2 years. Once optical technologies are developed, electronics are developed, it might take 3 to 6 months. So the rollout is fast. The first program takes a lot of time. Like outdoor, we started last year. Okay, it's almost 1 year. And we'll be introducing this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's approximately 1.5 to 2 years. But once we roll out one program, then other programs, it becomes much more faster. Because we have learned from our mistakes. We know what we are doing. It's easy because everything is organized now. The infrastructure is there. We have to just develop it. Go for tooling.
Okay. I think that whenever we develop any new product, if there is any certification or any authority from which we need to get it approved, how is the process for the new product development?
The whole industry, a professional industry, is working on certification. And that's where we get a very big advantage. We have our own NABL accredited lab. So most of the tests we can do in our factory, and it is approved all over the country and even worldwide, except for US, because it's the NABL accredited lab. So whatever certification we produce, it cannot be challenged. There are certain special certifications, for example, when we are doing business in Saudi or Kuwait or in US, then you need some special certifications like UL, SASO, HUCAS. And those certifications we anyway get for our product. So whenever we design any new product, we ensure that those certifications are in place. Any government job, if you don't have the certification, there are very good chances, you will not be able to bid also. And certifications are expensive. And it's a TTS project. Process. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Welcome back in future. I hope you know, welcome back in future.
Yeah, there are a lot of people waiting, so it's better.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Participant, to ask a question, you may press star and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that management is able to address questions from all the participants in the conference, please restrict your questions to 2 per participant. If you have any follow-up questions, you may rejoin the queue. Next question is from the line of Mohit Jain from Hexagon Assets. Please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, hi Mohit.
Hi. I have just one question on this company, Focus Lighting. I guess it's based on US. Is it true?
Sorry, it is based on US? What?
US. So, if we search for Focus Lighting, so our company name is Focus Lighting and Fixtures. But there's a company name Focus Lighting. It's got an Instagram page as well.
It may be some different company. I've never looked at it.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry for that.
So what I'm getting from here is, they plan to take the company global. So there will be a name issue because there are 2 Focus Lighting companies. So do you have
Our name is registered. Focus Lighting and Fixtures is a registered company. And wherever we go, our brand is also registered. So we were not getting Focus Lighting the way back when we started in 2005. We were getting Focus Lighting and Fixtures. So that is the reason we registered as Focus Lighting and Fixtures.
And
so we don't have any.
One last question. Most of your brands are sold or marketed by the name of Plus or Focus?
Focus is a holding company. We have three brands under focus. We have Plus, Fix, and LNB.
All right. That's a good answer. Thank you and congratulations for the good results.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Anand, who is an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. Sir, I've been attending your Concall for last 2 quarters, and what I learned from is that your revenues are actually decided by the project, right? The project is signed up in a quarter. Okay. So I would like to know, is the home lighting business exception to this thing? Because when I look at your Q3 investor presentation, right? The number has shot up from 8 CR to almost 28 CR, okay, almost 3.5 times. So can we
home lighting?
Home lighting, yeah. So can we expect this number to be shooting up from here, or is it kind of a one-time one-off kind of thing?
Okay. Thank you for asking this question. There are different businesses what Focus is doing. Okay, retail, home, and infra and outdoor. So when it comes to retail, we have certain pipelines where we are assured that there is a steady business. We have an idea like this quarter, okay, Reliance is giving this much business, Tatas are giving this much business, Madura or Arvind, whatever, okay, or automobile industry. When it comes to home, we just started way back in 2019. Okay. And the reason why we were heavily investing last 2 years, the capex has gone only in home, in developing new technologies, in developing new products for home vertical, because there is a huge potential. And home is a complete unorganized industry in our country. Large players, they don't give technical products, they give commodities. Companies who give technical products, they are all European brands. Okay, they are 3x, 4x as compared to Focus in terms of pricing. The idea and the reason why you see growth is purely because of the amount of expansion what we are doing, the amount of traction what we are getting because of our technology, and because of this too, we are now going aggressively in opening experience centers. These numbers will keep growing over a period of time. Today, we don't even have 0.1% of the market share in home. When I'm talking about overall home industry in terms of the area, the segment where we are, which is middle class, higher middle class and rich class. There also we don't have even a percentage of the total market share. So there is an immense potential what we see in home. And if we can expand this way aggressively, every year open 4 to 5 experience centers, go to tier 2 cities where the money is. The real money is not in cities like Bombay, but the real money comes from areas like Surat, Ahmedabad or Chandigarh, Hyderabad. Those are the areas, Guntur, Vizag. Those are the areas, but you don't need everywhere. You need to have, for example, if you have Hyderabad, you can cover complete Telangana and it's fine. It doesn't matter. People will come and buy from there. People will come for the technology there. So that's how we are planning. Like we open it in all the cities, at least tier 1 and tier 2 cities. We cover those tier 2 cities, and then we are looking at a vertical which is becoming a very strong for us, which will take 3 to 4 years time.
Understood. Yeah, correct. So, quick follow-up question on the home lighting front. So, should I see this business as something, I go to a local shop and buy, let's say, Philips and Havells bulbs. Is it that kind of business, or do you sell your products only through some designers or any,
Yeah, I very clearly specified that there are two types of business. One is what Philips, Cisco, Havells, all those companies do it. We are not into that business of bulbs and panels and tube lights. Mm-hmm. We are into professional technical lighting. And where we get traction is people who understand lighting, professionals like architects, interior designers, lighting consultants, people who are worried about their health. What are the negative effects of light on human health? They talk to us. We say we have patent. What patent we have? We have patents wherein LEDs, very few people know that LEDs can have a negative impact on human health. Okay. And this is where we come into picture. So the traction is not because our pictures are beautiful. Yeah. The traction is because we take care of this area. Why we are called a technical lighting company? Because of this strength of ours.
Understood. Okay.
So yeah.
Thank you so much for answering. I'll go back in queue. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Devdeep Sarkar, who is an individual investor. Please proceed.
Hello, good afternoon.
Very good afternoon.
Yeah. I had a discussion regarding the receivables. So, Mr. Tarun, could you please take this?
Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah. Last time we saw the receivables at around 52 crores, payables at around 20, giving us a net receivables of around 32 crores, which is almost equal to the money raised via equity dilution a few months prior to that. Could you update us about the receivables and payables as of quarter 3 right now?
Okay, 1 second. And because
to summarize it, we have to understand there are a lot of large projects where we are bidding and we are taking it. Government projects are the payments come only after the completion of the project.
Okay.
Okay. So if you are talking about the receivables which are shot up, it's purely of the large single size volumes of the government where the execution, once the execution is done, supply is done and the execution is done, then we receive our payment. So that is the question.
Okay.
That
was, and also, what is the updated status of the numbers on the balance sheet right now?
So as of now, since we have not published the balance sheet, I still give you the numbers also. So receivables, payables are now at 35 crores.
Okay.
And the receivables are at around 32 crores. Sorry, 1 second. No. 1 second, sorry. 70 crores. 70.52 crores receivables.
70.5. All right. Great. So as we mentioned briefly in the earlier con calls that the company has bill discounting facilities available from public sector banks. Are we using these facilities currently?
So we have only with L&T as of now.
We have with L&T and bill discounting can be done only for railway projects.
Only railway. All right. So the other verticals, are we starting?
For example, when we did Delhi Airport, okay, which was a large project, which was 18 crores, we have discounted with L&T. Yeah. But other government projects we don't have those type of facilities. Okay. Neither the bank gives.
Pardon me? I didn't get you.
Neither the bank gives bill discounting facility on government projects. It's only railways.
Okay.
And when we are working with L&T, so L&T has got a bill discounting process with them, and that's why we bill discount with them whenever we are working with L&T. So when it comes to Bombay Airport, for example, and if we get that order, okay, we can bill discount it. So it is not affecting our working capital because L&T is the buyer, not Adani. Adani is not the buyer. Yes.
So for infra vertical and railway vertical, we are covered as per bill discounting.
Only when we are working with L&T and railways. Okay. But if you are working with Kampuji Palanji or if you are working with Tata, okay, they don't bill discounted. Okay. Or even banks don't bill discounted.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Tarun, am I right on this?
Yeah, absolutely right, sir. We are not utilizing only for L&T, no one else as of now.
All right. So what is could you give us an estimate on the net receivables to sales target beyond which the company might start facing some growth issues?
No, that is not possible because we have this primary process of collecting payments. So in retail, we are strong in retail, and retail we ensure that we receive payments on time as per our billing is done. We have been the timelines and we have strong control over the payments. So growth issue is not an issue.
This is average 32. They are more interested in knowing the timeline. So the retail is somewhere between average 30 to 45 days. Unorganized sector, retail is 100% in advance. Home is 100% in advance. Okay. Home, there is not a single business that happens before we receive 100% payment. There are very few businesses in home where, for example, if a client knows or the designer knows us very well, then the credit goes up to 5 to 10 days or 15 days. It is only infra, okay, where there is a credit line. It's not actually a credit line. The infra, the credit is extended purely because it's a government term. When you're working with government or wherever you're working with large companies like Kapuji or Tata or L&T, normally the payment terms is 90 days. Wherein only L&T gives the benefit that you can discount with L&T itself. So we are not discounting it with a bank, we are discounting it with L&T. So coming back to your question, whether we will be facing working capital issue today or tomorrow, to based off if these three verticals are equally growing with infra, then we are not facing it. If we are not growing these three verticals and we are just growing infra, then we might face working capital problems. Let's say if infra becomes 1,000 crore and this is all 20 and 30 crores or 50 crores, then of course we'll face it.
Got it.
Yeah, but then there are other ways of doing business. So that is when it happens, we will find out solution and we will do it. But we don't see, today we don't see, even exports for that matter. Exports we get payment well in advance or in 30 to 60 days time. So it's not a problem. And we are working with corporates, so our money is secure. And margins are very healthy. Today in the industry, the margins are so healthy for us that I don't see in near future that we will have a working capital issue. And there are ways and means, once the business is growing, there are ways and means to raise money. If you have business in hand and if you have a problem with working capital, there are ways and means to raise money.
Yeah, okay. Concluding that discussion, I come on to the next.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Devdeep. May we please request you to rejoin the queue as there are several participants for their turn.
Okay. I will. Thank you.
Thank you. Participants are requested to restrict their questions to 2 per participants. If you have any follow-up questions, please rejoin the queue.
How much time we are left with?
So we have few questions and the time is around 7 minutes.
Okay.
Next question is from the line of Jaishit Ladani, an individual investor. Please proceed.
Hello everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, very much.
Yeah. So, what is the outstanding now? If you can give us some number.
We already said the receivable is around about 70 crores. Tarun, is that right?
Yes, 70 crores. Right now I just said 70 crores. As on 31st December 2023, it is 70 crores.
Okay. And what is the biggest segment out of it? I guess it's home automation, home or infra out of 70.
No.
Mainly infra and home is 100%. Most of the time it is, this is what I answered before also. Just a minute back. Okay, my request is that please don't repeat the questions because there are a lot of participants waiting in the queue. Okay, this is the same thing we answered, that home is most of the time advance. Very rare occasion that home payments are outstanding. It is infra, mainly infra, and sometimes retail. But if it is unorganized segment of retail, which is also very large term, it is 100% in advance. So somewhere there is a good balance for working capital.
So what is an average ticket size for one particular home, like in your opinion?
I've already answered this question when I started this conversation. Okay, again I'm telling, it's my request, please don't ask repetitive questions because there are a lot of participants waiting in the line. The average ticket size is somewhere between 15 lakhs to a crore, or sometimes it even goes to 2 to 3 crores also. It depends on the size of the home. It is very difficult to say the average, but it ranges from this 15 to 2 crores, 3 crores.
Okay. And this includes the like tier 2, tier 3 cities and like Bombay.
No, Bombay ticket size is much lower as compared to tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Bombay, you don't have big houses, my friend. Bombay, a rich man will buy 2,000 square feet, 3,000 square feet. Whereas if you go to Hyderabad, if you go to Sikandrabad, if you go to Vizag, Guntur, or Delhi, Chandigarh, their houses are 30,000, 50,000 lakh square feet. Surat, Ahmedabad, for that matter.
for the infra, we are talking about that airport. It's the existing airport, not the Navi Mumbai airport we are talking about, right?
We are talking about Navi Mumbai.
Navi Mumbai. Okay. The new airport which is building up.
Yeah. Navi Mumbai, the first phase is opening by August. This is the information what we have got from L&T and Adani that they will open the first, and that is why they are making the process much more faster. Okay. Second, third, and fourth phase it will extend for coming 2 years or 3 years. I don't know.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Ashok Velip, who is an retail investor. Please proceed.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, sir, already my question was answered, but I have continuation to that. You already said we are the company dealing with professional lighting and all. We are not in business to the customer, no, sir?
We are not in the business of trade. Trade is something what Philips, Cisco, Havel, Hellonic, companies, Panasonic, they are doing. But we are looking at another line wherein we will be doing OEM. Okay. The contract is still not signed, but we are talking to a very large group, and we will be OEM to them. It is something which we are thinking of, whether we should do it or not, but it is on a very advanced level talk. Once if something happens, something concrete is happening, we'll be the first guys to inform the exchange and to you guys in next investor call.
Okay, sir. Any planning about coming to market also, business to customers?
Yes, for that also we are talking to. So this is what I said in my first 10 minutes of presentation. We are in talk with various companies, and we have identified a few companies, and one of the company which we see as Apple of trade, okay, which is very, very disruptive and which we consider with all the limitations we have in trade segment. That is B2C, that company purely because of the technology, because of the product design, okay, they can be disruptive. And we are seriously thinking to go to have some sort of a tie-up or a buyout.
Okay, maybe another 1 year it will mean any progress. Another 1 year it will take.
Much faster than that.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Some positive news will give you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will take this as the last question for the day. I would now like to hand the conference over to Ms. Chandni Chande for the closing comments.
Thank you everyone for joining the conference call of Focus Lighting and Fixtures Ltd. If you have any queries, you can write to us at research@kirinadvisors.com. Once again, thank you for joining the conference.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I'll just take 1 minute. There are a lot of questions. See, most of the time what happens in investor calls is there are a lot of questions which are unanswered, and there are a lot of people in queue. So it's my humble request, people who have some questions and whose questions are not being answered, okay, can contact Kirin directly, and we can have one-to-one call also. I have absolutely no problem in entertaining that. So please feel free to drop an email or contact Kirin directly, and as time permits, whenever there is a free time, we can with both the individuals, we can have a call on the same. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of Kirin Advisors, that concludes this conference. Thank you all for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.
Thank you.